on the microphone. Thank you, y'all. It is a Sunday, and props go out to Chris Walter. Where is his little thing here? Chris Walter and the Hypnotex. They're going to be back in a couple weeks or maybe a month. We'll have to see. But welcome aboard, folks. I'm here with my lovely co-host. His name is Mr. Shane Gentry. He's from the County Refugee.
To the moon, let me motorboat your boobs. Oh, sorry.
What?
Hey, what's up, Rod?
Hey, I got a free drink with my boobs one time. Did you know that? I just want to throw that out there. I did. I did get served at a bar because all the women came up and they were like going to the women and they passed me up. So then I had to like shove them together and I put it on the counter. And bartender liked it so much I got served a free beer. How you like that? You did.
There's never a thing wrong with free beer.
They were a little bigger before, but I don't know if I'd still get served like that. But what can you say? How you doing, Shane?
I did like a microwave dinner, baby.
Like a microwave dinner. So welcome to WiLDCaT Chat. We are a TUHS alumni broadcast, and I have a slew of people in the lounge lounging around. Oh my word, don't even know where to start. But let's start with you, Shane. Let's get caught up with you, then we'll move forward with everybody. Stay on course, everybody. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to get right to you. Shane, what's new with you, my friend?
Like aforementioned, my kids are with the grandparents at Orlando, experiencing the magical kingdom like every kid should see once in their life. My kids are at Disney World, and I'm loving it. I'm so happy. I'm excited for them, yeah, and I'm getting lots of exciting pictures, and glad they're having a great time. They're with their grandparents and their mom, and my daughter's been there before, and I was fortunate as a kid growing up living near Disneyland. You got to see it a few times, and as times change, it gets super expensive. Like a lot of people have been priced out of going, but the grandparents are, a little better off than the rest of us. So, but anyway, everybody Wang Chung.
Is it weird having the place to yourself? Like what is this behind you, by the way, Shane? Is that where you change your clothes? What is that?
Well, that's where that's where the lady
trying your lingerie and you film yourself or something.
The lady friends transition. And this is Rosa. This is Rosa on my side. My side. I guess, yeah. So yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, I'm really I've been trying to get this guy to come on for quite some time, and everyone else who's in the lounge, just sit tight because, folks, Shane, do you remember who this guy is?
Oh yeah.
What? He doesn't know that. He doesn't know I'm doing pictures. But
bad man.
Just throw one last one in there before we bring him on, Mr. NaPieR. What? Say that's Mr. Ben and Mr. Dennis, I think, isn't it? I think Mr. Dennis. Without any further ado, folks, guess what? After time and time of looking out and him dodging me left and right and making other plans with his life like some selfish slave boy, here he is, Mr. NaPieR. Yes.
Rodney, you are being really mean showing pictures from 30 years ago.
Why is that mean? I don't make sure they knew who you were. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years, hasn't it?
Good to see you, Coach Nate.
Hey, Shane, how you doing, buddy?
So I contacted Gup and I said, "Hey, do you still have your yearbook? Because I know there's some Mr. NaPieR photos in the yearbook. My mom has mine." So then he had to go grab it and pulled some pictures up. There you go.
Nice,
how you been, Nate?
Nice. Man, I tell you what, life is good. Life is good. I'm good to see you guys. I follow some of you guys on Facebook and this, that, and the other, seeing pictures and what you guys are doing. It's pretty awesome to see you guys.
I hunted you down and I wasn't sure if that was you or not. And I saw a baseball in one of the pictures. And I go, that has to be him. I knew it. I knew it. I found him.
Well, there's that other Steve NaPieR, and he's from Taft. And I followed him. We actually started following each other. And he said, "Hey, man, you don't know how many phone calls I got because of you." And I said,
"There's another Steve NaPieR."
So sorry. Yeah. And he was in Taft. He worked out in the oil fields. He's some oil field engineer or something like that. Guy a lot smarter than I was. But
that's funny.
you know,
That's
yeah,
funny.
there you go. There you go.
I had a question, Nate, that's been haunting me for 30 years. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, you call me Steve or you call me Nate. Don't call me Mr. Napier, please.
I can't say that. Did I say that? I said that. How about
one
Coach?
of you guys
Can I
said
say
that.
Coach?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Well, you used to call me Rod the Bod back in school, but then you would start laughing like you are now, and I thought, is he serious or is he being condescending or sarcastic or whatever?
No, dude,
and I was
you were
like,
the man.
I thought I was bodless back then.
Hey,
I was bodless.
I still remember those flowing locks that you had. I was so jealous. Man, you were a good looking dude with those flowing locks, and
until you showed up with scissors, me and Shad Strong, you were always trying to cut her hair off at practice. You're all, you better show up Monday without the haircut, huh?
Oh man, the good old days.
The good thing about Facebook, though, we have other. Well, besides this shot, of course, I got to make sure I throw that in there again.
That's my pure hairdo from.
I can never get enough of that. I can never get enough of that. But check out the focus on Coach Napier on the shot here. I just love the concentration. See the ball? Can you see the ball right by his eye?
I'm sure I missed it. I'm sure I missed it.
There you go.
Hey, Rod, do you mind if I throw a couple things in here real quick?
So,
okay, back in the day, you know how when you're a youngster and you're impressionable, and a few people make impressions in your life. I'm not BSing that. I'm being sincere, but Nate made a difference as for us youth growing up being coached. We appreciated you as a coach. And I told you earlier, Rod, you may remember the inaugural Dirty Dozen was headed by this man. And basically what it was, you've got some kids, maybe not they're up to par, but he coaches them up. And, you know, it's the guys that aren't starting. We were a freshman team before they had the 3 teams and the true freshman team. We traveled around, played some other squads, even played a couple starter teams. Bottom line was, it was getting kids experience doing a sport that they're interested in. And I kid you not, the lion's share of the group that he coached, we were all varsity starters. Thanks, Nate. You made a difference. You did. That's a good story. I mean it. I talked about it in my older years.
Yeah. We had those guys. I remember we called them the Dirty Dozen because we had 12 guys on the team. And so all I had to do was look at the sidelines and see one kid. I knew we were good to go. Yeah. And you guys, I tell you, you guys took everything I could throw at you, and you just kept coming.
It was great.
And you guys, there was no quitting. You guys, it was fun. It was energetic, and yeah, you guys were the team, for crying out loud. All I did
was had say, quotes. Hey. You inspired us with quotes. No, Rod, listen. He drove the bus. Okay. He drove the bus, coached us. We got to our destination. While driving, he would give us quotes. Maybe, if I can't, forgive me, Nate, if I mess it up, quotes maybe your dad gave you.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Maybe motivation. And whoever else that inspired him, he'd say whoever this was, and give us quotes. Like, so he was teaching and coaching. That's a teacher. That's a coach, man. I love it. Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you. I remember.
I love the passion and intensity, especially when we had to play Garces. And I remember the look at you had at the team. You said, whatever, you were like, whoever else we play, do not lose this game. Because I'm not going to miss my undefeated Garces record because of you guys. We're going to run all practice, do nothing but run if you lose this game or something like that. It was pretty intense. So I'm like, I'm glad I'm not playing this game.
We hated Garces.
For the record, Nate, for the record, did I out hustle Wade Smith a little bit? I was like, did I out hustle him? I didn't want to go on record.
I think you did.
He just get mad at me for hustling so much because it made him look bad. I like to out hustle the all-star quarterback. Hey, we have somebody going to bring on board with us, and I'm sure you remember this face. Her name is Christy D'Arcy.
Yes, D'Arcy.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Christy, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Do you have a class with NaPieR? Did you?
I did. I hated him.
Oh, you hated him. Oh,
you weren't alone. No, you weren't alone.
No, it was because I was a freshman and I had to take it again on my senior year because I failed it He failed me.
It all comes out. It all comes out, Nate.
Hey.
Sorry,
hey,
Dad. Sorry.
That was a means to an end to make you better, right?
Something like that.
There's nothing worse than being in a senior class with a bunch of freshmen, I tell you. I learned from it.
Oh, man. So what's going on, Christy? She was on here before. What? She's an intern?
Was she an intern?
No.
She looks older.
We're all older. I'm like, oh, look, I'm looking back.
No, I meant back in it. No.
Oh, no. No. Hey, still living in Vegas. 25, 26 years now.
Wow, 26 years.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
So when you live in Vegas, where does it all stay? What do you like? When you go to Bakersfield, everything stays in Bakersfield? When you travel from Vegas to other places, how's that work?
Oh, I tell you, Vegas is wild. It's a different country for sure. And the last 10 years I've been bartending, so I've seen those boobies on the bar, and yeah. there's been a few free drinks out of my pocket for sure.
Oh, see, what happens on WiLDCaT chat doesn't stay on the WiLDCaT
chat.
No. You know this one's public, right? The next one is the private one.
You know, Rod, you're sprinkling in. You're sprinkling in a little bit of the Vegas seasoning, so you know not sure what you're gonna get there. Careful.
I tell you, you have no idea.
You just never know.
Nope.
Hey, Tobias, I know you're in the lounge. Hang in there, man. I'm going to bring you on in just a second. I'll let you know who he is and all about. This man that's going to come on board with us, it's another survival story, folks. I'm not sure if you listened to the Lewis Martin situation from the last 30 days of him and his motocross accident. But out of the hospital bed, folks, we have Lewis Martin on course with us. Lewis!
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good, brother. How are you?
Doing all right, recovering.
Do you like Coach NaPieR? Make sure I cover that base.
Yeah, got Coach. I like Coach.
Okay, all right.
How you doing,
I should have prefaced it before I bring people on. I'll make sure I go through me first next time. What's going on? Hey, tell us about what happened to you, man. Your story and situation blew me south. You were in a motocross accident and you were stuck in the hospital the last 3-4 weeks now, right?
Yeah, I was actually on my Harley, so I was out on the street.
Oh,
I don't know, my memory, I got like a 3-week memory gap now. About 3 days before it's gone, and then the first couple weeks in the hospital. So,
yeah.
I went in hot into a corner and wiped out, I guess. Ejected from the bike, and the bike kept going. I woke up, and a couple weeks later, and now I'm recovering. I got like 7 broken ribs, 4 on this side. Like pretty much everything under my eye sockets all fractured.
Oh my
fractured
God.
a bone in my shoulder. So I had tracheotomy in me. Done some surgery up here.
Do you remember the actual event?
I do not. Out? Yeah, I'm out. And I lost like that whole day and the day before and half the day before that. So definitely rang my bell pretty good.
I really appreciate you coming on board to tell us what's going on with you, man, because you definitely had a lot of people's hearts, praying for you and hoping you recovered fast, and it sounds like you did from what I heard.
Yeah, it was pretty wild to reflect back and go through old messages and stuff, and like, dang, I really made a difference in people's lives, and I'm loved by a lot of people. It's pretty amazing and almost overwhelming to think I've touched so many hearts in life and all that,
Yeah.
I mean, my heart is out to all you guys too all the time, but
I got you, brother. Oh, there you go. Well, awesome, man. Yeah, we keep on course with you. Then it was your wife that was updating everybody like every day. Day 2, day 3, day 4, and 3 and 4. I mean, all the way up until the end. I mean, she was definitely a warrior for you, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Some of the pictures she showed me the first days. Eyes black and a bunch of tubes out of my mouth, and neck brace on. I could barely recognize myself. Like, Oh, that is me.
Wow.
You had the full-on ventilator too, right? To where you had to have the machine control your breathing and the whole nine, right?
Yeah, I forget what they call it, para something breathing, but yeah, when I breathe in, my chest would like collapse and all that stuff. So they had to breathe in and breathe out for me till they could get all that figured out.
It's definitely a wake up call to where your life is. Huh? Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're on board, man. So, do you have any fun NaPieR stories to give us? Do you have any? Did you have NaPieR in class back in school?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Tell us only the good stuff, though. No, I was kidding.
Oh, like what? Good times around here? Life in Idaho? Been good.
Oh, you're not. That's right. You're in Idaho, right?
Yeah, Boise, Idaho. So
there you go.
Been here since '96. Nice. I moved to Idaho. It's been good up here. Snowboard and wakeboard, and lots of mountain biking and dirt biking and Harley riding till a couple weeks back.
There you go. There you go.
It'll be a big rebuild project. Oh yeah, I will. As soon as I can. I got to rebuild that one now. Pretty much broke. The side bags, back trunk, the windshield, all that stuff. It all got shattered off. Bent fenders, all that good stuff.
Well, I'm glad you're turning around, man. If you can get through that, we can get through about anything we're going through. You get through all that. Yes. It's definitely an inspiring situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. All the nurses, they were pretty shocked once I came to and was functional again, how quick I was recovering and helping myself out. Tracheotomy thing, I'd be like, I can clear that myself. Shove the tube in and suck all the phlegm back out. They were like, okay, we'll let you.
Wow.
There you go.
That's crazy.
That's what you do, though.
So what's your mindset now after all this? Are you going to go back to your whole routine, or is a whole other perspective that you're looking to do now, or what's your?
It does seem like I should probably slow it down a little bit. I don't know that I could cheat death again. I've hurt myself pretty good before too. Snowboarding accident once, landed on a rock and splattered my spleen, collapsed my lungs. So a lot of it was like recovered from that, but this was a lot more intense.
I have a bubble that might fit you.
Yeah, you might get one of those.
You get like one of those bubble wraps or something, yeah. So along with Nate, but I've been trying to hose him down, and Lewis, I have another guy who is on board that I've been talking to for the last month. So have you guys heard of the documentary that they're filming in Taft? Have you guys heard about this?
No.
They're filming a documentary in Taft about Taft. This guy here. And here his buddy is over here. He doesn't know that I'm making all these pictures up here, but
he was not holding a ferret, just so you know.
Is it a ferret?
It looks fuzzy, but it wasn't a ferret.
I got a hold of him and I said, you know what, it would be great to have you come on and kind of get an idea of people from Taft and the character and about the history and any stories, and I'm sure it would be of value. Oh, did he take off? Oh, he's still there. But there he is. I'm going to bring it to you guys, Mr. Tobias Finkelstein. Tobias! What's up, my friend? How are you, man?
Hi, everyone. Very nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Taft.
Yes, thank you.
T-Fink in the house.
That's right.
He calls you T-Fink. I go, he sounds like a basketball player all of a sudden. T-Fink. How are you, man?
Good, thank you. It's very nice to be here, and it's always fun to meet other folks in either from Taft or in Taft, and it's cool for me to watch this event and get a slice of the real Tafters.
Yeah, we're the guts and glory. Yeah,
here we are. That's what you get.
That's what you get. So what happened?
Must have fled.
So how did it come about with wanting to do the Taft documentary, by the way?
Yeah, my partner was perusing the oil museums in Southern California, and he came upon the West Kern Oil Museum, which is here in Taft, and he spent some time in there and read all the information, and then it turned out that the high school, I guess somewhat recently, had put up Pete Giannopoulos' writing up on the internet. And he started reading those articles and sharing those with me. And from there, we honed in on a story. Did any of you guys have Pete Giannopoulos as a teacher or know him?
No, I knew
Pete. Ring a bell.
I think he either retired my first year there, or just as I was hired, he retired. That's about all I knew of him, though.
I see. Yeah, well, so he was a, I guess, semi-amateur historian, and he wrote all this history about Taft, and he did video interviews about people in Taft, and it was from those stories that we sort of curated some subject matter that we thought would be worthy of a project. Yeah.
What do you know about Taft so far, as a question, huh?
Yeah, well, so Taft is like the little town that could, it seems.
And we did.
Just don't mention potato bowls.
Chicken.
Right, I've been learning all about the potato bowl. Did you guys attend?
And it's not a microwave dinner.
Right. Right. No, so Taft is a town that is persevering. I mean, it's one of these single industry towns that exist all over America and are fighting to survive. And Taft does a good job at it. And Oil Dorado is the particular sort of character that we're focused on in our project. And so we see a lot of Taft history through Oil Dorado. So of course the 75 Oil Dorado was a really big one. The 45 Oil Dorado was a big one. This Oil Dorado is the first one to be postponed since World War II. And so that's been some drama that we've been following, but it's a very charming place. It's got very funny stuff, very funny things going on. And it's got an impressive amount of American history kind of bundled into this small place, whether it's the oil industry or the racial tension in 75 or the football team doing so well. It's kind of all here, and you can talk to people about it and see the history and read books about it. And that's what
Best of Times, familiar?
Best of Times was filmed here. That's right.
Yeah.
He's doing his research. He's done his research, folks.
Yeah.
See that?
I think that I have to admit I haven't seen that movie yet, but I think that they play in the Potato Bowl, right?
Yeah, they bring back the a game that they had played years prior, and they kind of hype everybody up to get back into to a game so we can catch his ball, basically.
You kind of parallel the rivalry, use different names and mascots, but it kind of hypes up the rivalry, which people who are from the area get it and know. But they had to Hollywood it up, but it was fun. It was, based in our town, so.
Yeah.
My house was in it, Tobias. They ran by my house. And my mom stopped it. My mom freezes it, takes a picture, and there's the house. It's like her claim to fame of having her house in the movie.
We did. Didn't we have Hands Across America there in Taft too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So. Louis, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say I'm curious to hear. It seems to me as I talk to people that kind of every Oil Dorado, they'll talk about what has happened over the past 5 years and sort of the struggles that they've overcome. And I would wonder if that rings any bells with anybody and people have memories of stuff that was overcome in their Oil Dorados in the past.
Shane?
The gunfights at halftime at high school, college football games are fun. The hooskow. If you're not familiar with the hooskow, they throw you in it if you don't have a beard. I guess you got to have as a pass. You got to have like this what they call a smooth puss badge, where you're not growing the beard. But the thing is, it's Old West-ish, and the thing is, people grow their beards out. The guys will grow their beards out, and I don't know. Someone can expand on that, probably. I don't know.
My dad did it when we were first there, and he did the black beard, and he ended up winning. But he did have a little help with some charcoal or something, because when he first started growing it out, it was black, and then when it actually came time, it was no longer black. It was kind of gray.
That's a great story.
You know,
well,
you guys are on to me now.
Shane,
hey, Nate, I know
Young Guns?
you're conveniently shaved tonight. What's good?
I know that.
All I know is that year I was out there, they had that Hooskow driving up and down the street while we were at football practice. Yeah. And they were yelling my name. And they would throw you in this thing and drive you across town after about an hour, maybe, and drop you off. So you had to get back any way you could. So I can remember, Shane, I don't know if you're on the team this year or not, but I said, all right, boys, we're running sprints. And I started blowing the whistle, and you guys took off this way, and I went that way. And I jumped in my car, and I got out of town as fast as I could.
That's funny. And without a cell phone. You didn't even have a cell phone, right? No flip phone, nothing back then.
What time warp have I arrived in? What's going on in this town?
Coach Nape, I have another coach who wants to jump on board. We won't get too many people in here, but you remember this face, Mr. Christopher Banducci in the house.
What's up, Bandy?
Bandy! Howdy. How we doing?
Banducci. What's up?
Bringing your blast from the past, folks. Yep. What's going on, Bandy?
I'm just enjoying listening to the stories, man. It's fun. I'm liking it. Good times. I was a ball boy at one of those potato bowls when my dad was coaching on the sidelines and Taft College, and I was a ball boy, so I had some good memories of that.
Nice.
Oh boy. Tobias wants stories, so we got to give him some stories while we're here, folks. Hey, to complete the circle, we won't go past 8, but we have one. You have to have the president needs to be on board on this one. Mr. Brandon Smith, ASP president. Come on. Brandon. Now we're all together. Now we can really grab it.
What's up,
whatever that means.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, you got your El Dorado going there. Look at that.
You got to get it going. You don't want to get hauled off in the Hooskow.
Benicia Dorado. Who knew?
Love it. What's going on, you guys? You guys remember Coach Nape from school? Did any fun Nape stories? The nicer Nape stories, like we said earlier. So Christine's like,
I'll start. Here's another one. It's safe. Don't worry, Nape. It's safe.
I got you back, Nate.
Shane.
As he was a coach on the staff in my Frost soft team, as a sophomore running laps, I noticed the drills where he's throwing these bullet passes to the receivers, trying to get them focused, just practice catching the ball. And his wife was sitting in this lawn chair, and that's where the passes were ending up at. As I'm telling you guys, you better catch these balls. If anybody lets that ball go and it hits my wife, you're running 10 laps. You better catch that ball. Maybe I planted her there as bait to instill the fear to get better. But anyway, coaching, man, whatever works, motivation, right?
There you go.
Don't let that ball hit my wife.
That's funny.
Yeah. When you're young and dumb, you'll do anything.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Amen to that.
That's some Pied Piper coaching right there, my friend.
Hey, it works.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon says his connection is crap, so then he had to bounce out. There you go.
He was scared. He saw who was on. He said, "I'm out of here." Jeez.
I'm out.
I know, huh?
Too many stories about him with all this crew, so he said, "I'm out of here."
Hey, Miss DRC, what did you do fun for your birthday that maybe was not documented?
I did not do anything. I stayed home. I was a loner.
I like the picture of your folks biking ahead of you, and you were joking about catching up to your folks on the bike.
Yeah, they have an electric bike, and
they're cheating.
Yeah, I busted my butt trying to keep up though, and then my dad, Herb Hegeman, he's behind me, and he's like, "Oh, just take your time." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And they just put on the gear and they go on like no big deal. I'm like, "Oh my God." My mom, I have to tell you though, I don't know if you guys saw the comments people were saying about letting my mom back on the bike. So she's fallen off a few times, but one of them, she's going underneath one of the overpasses, and it says, "Do not enter." And guess what she does? I'll just duck my head down and enter anyways.
Oh, wow.
And she broke her collarbone, knocked her out. I was like,
I'm during a visit.
I'm like, yes.
Oh man,
Hey,
I'm horrible. My mom's crazy.
I'm staying off bikes. That's it.
Tobias, this is how Taft people roll.
Yeah.
I love it.
You see a sign, it says "Do not enter." That means enter for Taft folks.
Hey, my mom just retired from Taft College. I'm sure she's got tons of stories.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man. Tobias, I just want to bring one thing up. Miss DRC over here, she was one of the finest school dancers in my tenure at the high school. She was one of those when you're at the dance in the cafeteria or the prom, when that cool song from Can't Touch This comes on or whatever. There's a circle around, and somehow at some point she's in that circle where everybody's rooting her on.
I thought he was going to say Sir Mix-a-Lot, but Lipsy Hammer.
Yeah. Cool dance
Lipsy Hammer is a safe move. I like
you watched Yo MTV Raps and schooled us with all the cool new moves when we were just little desert people, like a bunch of white kids who couldn't dance.
Did you practice before going to the dances, DRC? Did you go in the mirror and go over your move?
Me and Banuelos, yeah, we went and did the.
I remember that. We got disqualified. Our class got disqualified.
Oh yeah, we did, huh?
A little too risque.
That's why I moved to Vegas. They could handle me.
Oh, jeez. Lewis, I didn't see you do any dance moves on the dance floor back in school, or did I not go to that dance? Did you?
He's in traction. Come on, the guy just been in an accident. He's a bionic man, Rod. Take it easy.
No, I'm not now. I'm not saying, hey, Lewis, get up and break dance. I'm just saying. Oh, check this out. See, Tobias, you never know on who's going to pop in to our little circle when you have something like that. You basically throw a bunch of pasta on the wall, and a lot of it falls off. But then sometimes the guys like this guy, Mr. Clint Watts in the house. What? I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it.
I don't know if I can do it, man.
Oh, you can do it.
You can do it.
I'm like 47 years old now.
Can I get 2 hits?
Wait, Rod, we got to inform a little. Okay, so Tobias Watts, he's one of our more intense friends. He had high energy, very intense. A lot of energy, a lot of strength.
I just got up from a nap.
Athletic. He's hurt.
Yeah, Watts was intense. Him and NaPieR, most 2 intense people that I knew back in school.
All I know about NaPieR just ran my ass off.
That's the goal.
It probably worked though, didn't it?
All I know about Clint Watts is his freshman year. Shane was talking about the Dirty Dozen.
Oh yeah.
And when you were on that, and then your senior year, all I know is nobody wanted to mess with you.
No,
you were like a Hulk. Nobody wanted to mess.
Yeah.
Well, that was all because of Mr. NaPieR.
You went from here to here.
Just some pretty sports, so I just go to school and go home. Ride bicycle pretty much. Right now.
Oh, guys, it's so good seeing everybody.
Yeah, it's great.
Likewise.
Leslie Underwood said she was going to get on board because she saw that you were going to be here, DRC. But maybe next time. I haven't seen her yet. But so what's new with you, Mr. Watts? What's going on with you, man?
Right now, I'm sitting in a room in Vegas.
What?
Oh yeah.
What? Go hang out with DRC. She's in Vegas.
Hello.
Hold on. I'm on my way.
Oh jeez! I just got the message from Tobias. You gotta bounce out, sir.
I do, but yeah, I wanted to say thanks a lot to everybody for meeting, and I love your town, and hopefully I'll see you guys at Oil Dorado 2021.
Thanks for joining. We appreciate you.
Anytime you want to come back, man, you can come to our private one too. That's after. This just kind of gets us warmed up for the private chat in the next 20 minutes.
Are we gonna really spin the bottle or something? Like, what's going on at private chat?
I don't know, but I like your idea. That's a good idea.
It's a little more looser and more liberated, I would say.
Yeah,
things come out.
I put my horn on. I put my.
Oh shit!
The horns come out.
Oh.
Right on. Well, thanks, guys, and I'll see you around.
Bye,
Take care, man. To buy us out.
Lewis, how you feeling? You all right? Lewis.
He's staying very still.
Maybe connection. I just want to make sure he's feeling all right.
Connection?
Like, I mean, he might need rest or something. I was just like,
man,
all right.
Hey, Lewis, I heard that story, man. And Rodney was sharing it on Facebook. I'm like, God dang, man. I was saying a prayer for you, brother. That was some crazy stuff. Glad you're okay, though, man.
I don't know. He's not moving.
I think we have a frozen thing.
Is he mad? Yeah, I hope Tobias doesn't do like a documentary in Wasco after this broadcast.
Oh, God.
He sticks to Taft, you know?
We'll
see. Hey, Rod, I think once you break down to Nape, if he has not seen what you've been doing for like, what is it, going on a year, 2 years now since the shutdown, and that kind of birthed the whole thing you do now. Why all the shenanigans you've been up to here with this online business here?
Oh, with the WiLDCaT chat?
Yeah.
Well, actually, Jane was involved with this too, because I was just getting through doing some broadcasting for my wife Rachel's recovery, and she was trying to connect with her supporters and whatnot. So I learned the program, and I was talking to Shane, and he was like, I want to get out and about, and this sucks with this quarantine thing. And then it just hit me like a hammer. I go, well, let's see if we can get reconnected. And I've been obsessing with community for the past year. I have like 4 different communities that I do a fitness boot camp. Then I host this with Shane, and then I do a caregivers share group that I do with the other caregivers as well. So I mean, it's but ever since we started to do this, it's always been like one of those learn as you go situations, you know, especially with Gup. Oh, and then there goes Shane. See, there you go. No, Gup came on for the first 12 times, and his internet was always bad, and there was always something going south with the broadcast. But it's definitely been an interesting road to kind of bring people back together and kind of see where they're all at now. I'm kind of fascinated by that. So, oh, by the way, Mr. Edward Kaczynski. What? See? You remember Ed? What's going on, Ed?
Yeah, but where's Ed at?
I know.
Where's Ed?
What the heck?
Come on board, Ed.
Pop on.
Where are you, man? Maybe I need to give him I'll give Ed the link. No, but it's been great though. I mean, like I said, there's been a lot of people that and he's back. Been on board. But yeah.
I tried once and it didn't work, and I was like, I'm out.
I know. She bounced out. She was in the infancy, but she's back a year later.
What a quitter. What a quitter, Christy. Come
on. I tell ya.
Did I offend you, Shane? Did you bounce out? Did I say something bad?
No, it was just a nervous thumb. That's all good.
Nervous thumb. Should get that checked out. So anyway.
Watts, what are you doing in Vegas?
My son turned 21, so he's wanting to go to Vegas. So.
Oh, Big Ben?
Debauchery.
21?
Yeah.
Wow.
But he's going to be here with all his old high school buddies.
Let me guess. Ethan's there. Who else?
And Kobe.
Oh, man, that's trouble right there.
That is a lot of trouble right there.
That's a lot of military trouble right there.
Well, yeah, you got a Navy guy, you got a Marine, and then you got the West Point guy in Kobe.
I know. That's funny. Hey, the cool part is I got to coach Watson's kid my first year at Frontier, so that was.
Oh, that's cool.
That was a good talk. I like that when you talked about
cool.
that.
Yeah. Me and Durkin got to coach those guys, man.
You notice you didn't say my son was the meanest, toughest son bitch around either.
Well, he's quite a bit smaller than you. But he's also quite a bit faster than you. Let's just be honest.
Hey, look, any superlatives for your kids better than you feels great as a parent. I'm just saying.
Let's just say Clint Watts was never a kick returner, but his kid was. Enough said.
I couldn't run like him. He was even faster than my brother.
He didn't have the last name of Leiby. He needed that last name in order to.
Hey, I'll just slip this in. You know, since he's 21, if you're going to Vegas, at least when you have a few, if you're a few in, you can say, you couldn't outdrink your old man.
I don't know. Could he?
I don't know. Oh, no, I hope not. But I got a few pounds on him, I think.
Yeah. Little tolerance. Years of tolerance.
Wow.
Again, I'm not drinking, so.
That's right. You're looking
Good
good
point.
too.
Yeah.
Getting healthy, man.
Yeah. Trying to.
Oh, look.
It sucks, huh?
Oh, it sucks horribly bad. Hey, I've lost 55 pounds in the last 3.5 months. So.
Wow.
There you go.
Look at you.
Congrats.
Good for you.
That's awesome, man.
Only got another 55 to go.
Hey, Rob, show him the next phase. Where's that skatey picture doing the yoga?
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Pull it up. The upside down one. Show me
I got a couple more people in the lobby that I'm going to bring on board in just a second too.
All right.
Well, is this our seventh inning stretch? Is that what this is?
There you go, Clint.
Here we go, Clint.
Get you into this stuff.
Oh, I know.
How about
that's skatey right there.
Just in case you want another angle. There you go.
All the shit he does is crazy.
And NaPieR, we should have did this back in baseball practice right there. We could have knocked this one out.
Sean, yeah.
Sean did more.
Yeah.
I think that first picture was how I looked coming out of the womb. I
can't even touch my toes. Really.
Yo, mom, preach move.
Man, yeah.
I got to keep it in the family. I have my sister Jen on board here.
Hey, Jen.
What's up? Jen's in the house.
Where's Oscar?
Oh, Lewis is back too. Here we go. Now we got a full throttle.
Oscar is hiding in our bedroom.
There he is.
He doesn't come out of that room anymore. That's where he lives now in our new house. He lives in the bedroom. That's it.
So
there
Jen, you got the new pad. Is there?
Yes.
Are we going to get a 360, or are you just like hiding because things are a mess?
Actually, we're doing pretty good for only being here for 10.5 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Getting settled.
Yes, we have a brand new couch that's covered in blankets because of this guy right here.
Oh wow! Is that cattle? What is that?
Todd?
What is that?
That is our 126-pound pit.
Good God!
You know what's weird is both of my sisters have a pit bulldog. Exactly, each of them have a pit bulldog.
Well, they had to deal with you growing up.
I know.
That's true.
I'm afraid to go to their house. Jeez. Welcome back, Lewis, by the way. Welcome back, Lewis.
He's not full pit. He's like
thank you.
half a lab.
How you feeling, Lewis? You all right? Lewis.
Yeah, I'm feeling real good.
Oh, there you go.
It's better if the internet wasn't so glitchy.
I'm glad you're doing good, man. Are you feeling okay? Like we're not like keeping you in pain or like out of your rest routine or anything, or
is this your PT?
Oh no, yeah, I'm good.
That's good.
What's that?
Good to hear,
physical therapy, yeah, a little bit of it. Like setting up.
maybe we can make you feel good, you know. Especially that Rodney guy.
Oh yeah, you're definitely making me feel good. It's good to smile and laugh.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I had my appendix out my sophomore year in high school, and Ernie Kirshner was over playing basketball right before I got my appendix out, and he felt so bad because he was jabbing me in the side while we were playing basketball, and he goes into the hospital the day after just to make me laugh, to get me in a good mood. After I got my appendix out, I go, get this guy out of here.
Yeah. He was also. I vividly remember he was at our house the night before that happened, and both of us were poking you in the stomach.
Yeah, my stomach hurts. I go, you guys are literally like jabbing my stomach.
Rod, Darcy's probably going, yeah, that's cute. Try having a kid. Come talk to me. Hold my beer.
That was my hospital story.
Respect for moms.
Anyway, that's my only hospital story.
Appendix.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Brush it off, right? Oh, jeez.
So what are you doing, Nate?
What are you doing, Nate?
We're
listening to your crazy asses.
We're just hanging out, man. Just hanging out, having a good night. Good to see all of you.
Yeah, you too.
You're moving into a new house, so you're building a new house, though, right, Nate? Facebook.
We've been into this now for we started last January. and we signed a contract and everything in February, and then March COVID hit and it shut everything down. So we're just kind of waiting, and it's starting to pick back up. All the trades, those guys that had jobs, either they left town, they went somewhere else, and so you have about 50% of the workforce out there, and then you can't even get the materials that you need now. I'm sure you guys have all experienced that to some degree. And so it's moving real slow, but at least it's moving now. So we've got that going on.
Until it all shuts down again.
Don't say that.
Like, don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm like,
those are curse words. Christy, curse words.
I don't know. I have enjoyed the hell out of it myself.
well, you're just over there losing a Backstreet Boy, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I mean, you lost 55, and you got to wait to 55 more. You're moving up to Boys and Men now.
Right.
Like
Did you recognize
Gentry?
Did you recognize Gentry when you first saw him there, Nate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see Shane every now and then on Facebook, whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. There you go.
Hey, this is going to come up too. All right, not only just say bartending, because that's a whole God knows what culture, like you come into contact because you see anything and everything. In Vegas, can you share a few top 5 stories of something that was just blew your mind or interesting, or what you ran into? Front line.
Oh, this should be good.
Nothing that involves anybody on the chat right now.
Well, I was gonna say I have a lot of friends that have come to visit.
Yep.
Trying to think. I mean, besides for like meeting famous people, like I've had a girl come in pregnant, asking for a drink, and her water breaks. Yeah, that was nice to clean up. Oh yeah.
Well, she was asking for a drink. At the same.
Oh look, it's not her drink spilling; it's her water.
Oh.
I've seen people doing lines on my bar. I've seen people having sex in my bathroom, or right there next to them getting fingered. I mean, it's definitely a wild story. Like,
oh my Lord!
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen Bandy there a few times, and
yes, I wasn't the one doing all that though.
No,
that out there.
You there, Darcy? Yeah, and Bandy was there doing lines and banging and all that.
I'm telling ya. Like some people, I would come home and tell, I don't know if you guys know, my parents live here now, and I would tell them stories, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. No, I'm not. Like, this is crazy shit that happens, In the first year, I thought it was a joke, but 10 years later, I'm like, this is some real shit.
Mom, do not come between these 4 hours, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm like, no.
So what place is it? Is it in a restaurant, or where is it that you're?
No, well, one of the third place that I was working was there at Planet Hollywood, where it used to be a Circle Bar right outside of Planet Hollywood in that mall. It used to be the Halo Bar, and I was there for about 5 years. And so all the concerts that would go on there, New Kids on the Block or Britney Spears, J-Lo, all of those people, all of their extras, dancers, singers would come out and drink with us. And I mean, so you would hear all their stories, and it was just wild. But that was one, and then they closed us down, and then Planet Hollywood took over it, and then I started working for a brewery company for a few years, and then unfortunately March 17th was my last day there. So, but I'm staying away from the Strip right now. Yeah, never ask a bartender some crazy stories.
I know, really.
I'm telling you.
I'm sure there's several. Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know where to start.
Oh man.
But good times. I've had Brandon there a few times, Tara, Carly McNew, Leslie Underwood, Don Spangler, Bandy, Franco, lots. I can't remember if you were there once. I don't know.
How awesome is that though? That you're a destination friend, like people know you're there, and you get to reunite, and even though you're working, it's just a fun experience because you get to see faces you knew and loved.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and the awesome thing about it is that all the people that I knew that were my regulars, because everybody would get off work and they'd come and hang out there. So all of my regulars would start talking to all my friends, and I mean, when you're sitting there talking about Brandon Goodwin and he and I went to prom together, you know, or we were homecoming king and queen, that's just like, you know, it's kind of throwback. I'm like, whoa, yeah, we've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. Everybody would come there and hang out, and every now and then, Lori Craigbaum was there. Yeah, it was good catching up. Amber Finney came in a few times.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does the moment go like this? Excuse me, Amber. Hey, I mean, look.
You're wrecking your microphone, Shane.
No, I put a shot down and we all drink it.
Oh, Lewis is out again.
Oh yeah, and Georgia Grayson, she would come in a few times. I made her do a few shots with me, little health nut.
Oh, health nut. I got a picture for you guys. I showed you guys before. Thought NaPieR would like to see this one. What about this crew?
Oh,
Andy and the crew.
Look at those guys.
Yeah, that was
those guys.
That was I think that was at Durkin's. I want to say Durkin's bachelor party.
Oh wow.
Yep, long time ago. Man, we all look young there, don't we?
Oh. You mean this guy?
Oh
yeah,
my
God.
God.
That's right.
Sorry, I didn't do that. I love Facebook. Don't you? Don't you guys just love Facebook? You just pull what you want and spit out what you don't like. Love it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nape's going to go back in his files later and like start deleting all kinds of crap.
Right?
Hey, look, honey, I don't want these kids to get a hold of this stuff.
It's too late. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun back in the day, but this is, you know.
Yeah.
I only do that the day before somebody comes home. I'm like, oh, what pictures do we have to look for here?
I tell people all the time, those kids that are on the internet right now, think about it. Thank God they didn't have Facebook back then. I'm like,
right? Yes.
Woo!
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I've done the questionable purge here and there. Like, do I really want that up there?
Well,
I better get rid of this.
If there wasn't a Facebook, Center Street was our Facebook.
Yeah.
That's where we went there to Center Street. That's where we had to find out what everybody was doing, right?
Yeah.
I know they don't do that anymore.
Except for my sister. I don't think my sister ever been to Center
What field
Street.
party are we going to?
Yeah.
Whose parents are out of town?
Which one? Let's see. When they show up and they see the Volkswagen, they're like, DRC, where are you at? I'm like, shit.
There's the bug.
It's hard to hide that one.
You know,
always got in trouble.
If anybody has seen like Dazed and Confused, you know, you see a hint of Taft in there because you're looking where the kegger is at, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At the Moon Tower. Full face. Love that movie.
I have a business as a 16-year-old, 17-year-old. Why would someone that age have a pump for a keg stashed under their bed? Like, what purpose does that kid have having that? God forbid my mom didn't find it. But, you know, you got to have the tools. It's almost like some kind of terrorist organization. It's like, one person has this, one person has that. Oh, Shane's got a pump. All right.
For what?
So-and-so's older brother. Well, or Sean Reeser. You didn't need the older brother because Reeser looked 30. Sleaze Dog.
Right. Sleaze, oh, gosh.
And this is no joke. One time he even bought with his Letterman jacket and came walking out with
That's hilarious. His jacket says how old he is, and they still.
Clay, were you in the car for that one?
Oh man,
Clay, were you in the car for that one?
No, I wasn't. Me? No.
Well, okay, so, you know, it was no joke. Sleaze looked very much older. He was more mature.
Yeah.
And he would buy first back in the day before they would card you. And so one time he comes walking out, and he had a discussion. He knew the guy at the store because he's been in there a million times. He probably bought from him a million times. He comes walking out, and he sat in the car, and everybody in the car starts looking at him and laughing. It took him a second. He goes, oh, crap, I left my Letterman jacket on. And we all started laughing, and he still had a big old bag of beer. So, I don't know.
Didn't matter. Yeah.
I remember the baseball practice. I was actually standing next to NaPieR and Robertson, I think is what it was, and Reeser was behind the plate. We're getting ready to break down from our practice, and so he puts his cup, and he didn't know where to put it. He puts it in his mouth as he's getting his gear together.
Oh.
And then I remember NaPieR and Robertson goes, "Did he just do that? Oh my god!" It was hilarious. He just puts it in his mouth. It was great. That's dedication.
The scariest
right
thing, though, we took all those baseball players down to a Dodger game one year, and Sleaze Dog shows up in those spandex biking shorts.
Oh, yeah.
So deal with that. He's in a spandex biking shorts.
They're so gross.
Did it hug him everywhere you didn't want it to hug him? Basically?
Everywhere.
Oh, jeez.
I was just asking about him the other day. My dad, lives here, and I'm like, hey, have you ever heard of them? Like, what's going on with people like that you don't see anymore?
I know. I gotta go dig him up. I'm gonna go dig him up, folks. Wait until next week. We'll see what happens.
He was on for a while, like, I don't know, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
good times. Good times.
Good times.
We need to get Coopany on here with NaPieR so NaPieR can tell us.
Oh shit.
You remember that, don't you, Mr. NaPieR?
You mean this guy?
This
guy here?
Coopany, that guy.
I'm ready.
That guy used to drive me nuts every day, and he just kept coming back, and it didn't matter what I did. He just kept coming back every single day. You got to appreciate a guy with the work ethic like that.
Hey, I got a name for you. Hey, Nape, I got a name for you. Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's funny.
BT. He's down in Austin, Texas now, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think he moved down to Austin, Texas. He's living the dream down there.
I just used to love the smack talk.
He did very well.
Oh, that was always fun. That made baseball practice great.
I used to love the smack talk. There
was one practice, Nape, where you were trying to get him to throw the ball hard, right? He goes, throw it harder with your right. You're trying to get him to throw hard. And so you put the ball in your left hand, and you throwing it with your left hand was stronger than him throwing it with his good hand. And just to get him to throw it, or you literally like you could whiz the ball with your left too. I was like, oh crap! I go, I think you can't throw it harder than Thomas with this left hand. Shout out to Brian Thomas. Defend yourself, Mr. Thomas. Oh man,
Brian Thomas, that guy.
He's a funny dude, man. He was hilarious.
Oh man,
he was a smart ass.
He got locked into more lockers in that varsity team room.
Yeah,
more than Chris
I
Santos.
would believe it.
Oh God, Chris Santos. Oh shit.
But he took it. He took his lumps. That's the funny thing. Yeah. It was the fun days back in the old days, whatever the old guard. He took his lumps, but when he came to prominence and he got older, he was the best smack talker. It was so funny. Oh, yeah. I mean, I loved it.
Who, Santos?
No, Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah. The good thing about Thomas was, like, as many times as he got thrown in those lockers, like, he never let it stop him from doing what he was doing. Like, he was.
He was still talking crap.
Yeah, he didn't care. I think that's how you earn respect from the older guys. You earn respect from that.
It came to a point where I'd be leaving the locker room after practice in the evenings, and I'd have to walk through the varsity locker room and make sure Thomas wasn't locked in the locker.
Oh wow!
It happened 2 times, 3 times a week.
Hey,
gotta appreciate that. Gotta appreciate the tenacity.
Him and Eric Martin together. Oh, that too. Those guys were classic, man.
There you go, buddy.
Oh wow!
He woke up.
Whoa, what's that?
I locked mine out.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. His whole neck is shaved. He had a seizure about a week ago, and I took him to the vet, and they shaved his whole neck to get a blood sample. And they couldn't figure out why he had a seizure. Buddy.
Oh, poor fella.
Well, folks, we're going to go and transfer into the private chat. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. NaPieR for showing up. Tobias for the documentary, creator, Brandon Smith with his brief.
Nape, it was wonderful seeing you again. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Lewis Martin, you are a warrior of warriors, Mr. Martin.
Yes. Lewis, keep on
God
rocking
bless.
on, baby.
Get better.
Hang in there, Lewis.
Yep.
Of course, there's always Banducci. Thank you, sir. My sister Jen, and hit. There you go. I like that.
Yogi too.
All right, you guys have the links. Join our private chat. Until next time, folks.
Bye, guys.
Live long and prosper.
All right, see you guys.
See you in a bit. Love you.
All right, I'm going private time.
Let's go private.
Get crazy.
Do you got the link? Do you got the link? Do you got the link?